So, since my Voidwalker video, a lot of people have been asking, how did I make this build? So today, I want to just briefly go over how simple this build is, and how you can make it yourself. So, this build is not necessarily min-maxed to the absolute max. You could probably change a few things, but the most important things you're going to need to note are, it is not a Shrine of Order build. To make sure it is at the max amount of damage and stats you can get to without being a 3-star, you go power 12 and you leave 1 investment point. You do not use this, okay? And the last thing is that it has 1 vitality and 6 proficiency. 6 proficiencies for that extra yum M1 damage, and so you can get the max amount of penetration. Because you're not going to really need health because you will be having min-maxed equipment. And your song chant won't matter because your mantras already do insane damage because you leveled them up. And then erudition, you don't need erudition for this build, you'll be okay. But now that we've gone over the important stuff, we'll go into the talents and how you can make it yourself. So basically, I'll go through each of the stats and why we went into that and what you need to get. Sorry, we'll start from the bottom. 25 charisma. Why do you want 25 charisma? You're getting only 2 talents, and this is very important. Charismatic cast and tough love. You will get 10% more damage and you will take less damage. These are very important, and it's a very low requirement, so it's a great talent to get if you're going for a low level min-max build. And then 25 agility. We are not going for ghost, but we are trying to get all of the speed boost yum talents and the leaf in the wind talents. Evasive expert and swift rebound are the 2 butterfly talents. And then for leaf in the wind, you're going observation and safety dance. Those 2 will help you with better dodge frames, and the butterfly talents will help you with speed boosts. And then we go 40 fortitude for exoskeleton. Honestly, is the most important thing you're going to want to get from 40 fortitude. The rest of the things are just like handy talents. I'll have everything linked in my Discord server. If you want to join my Discord, the build will be in there. You don't need to subscribe or anything to get access to it, although it is appreciated. It's not a requirement. You can just join the Discord and it'll be in there. And moving on, the 25 strength is for some handy talents such as Champion's Regalia or Regalia, whatever you want to call it. Harsh response, concussion, duelist dance, precise swing, and most importantly, spine cutter. Spine cutter is the most important thing you can ever get in this build. Okay, you'll see over and over in the video I posted, I am using a critical, going around them, using spine cutter. It is some big extra damage. And then the rest will just go into medium weapon for just straight up M1 damage and making sure you can get level 5 mantras. It is very, very important. I can't stress this enough. Level up your mantras. No one levels up their mantras at power 12, and that's what will give you an extra edge. You're doing power 20 M1 damage and power 20 mantra damage, and that is the most important part. Another question you might be asking is, how do I get a bell at power 12? So basically, you have a couple options. You can either get boosted or do it yourself. If you're getting boosted, you can do Chaser, you can do Diluvian, it doesn't matter. You're good. You can just climb up the wall on Diluvian and have your friend just do it for you like a couple times. It's not that hard. If you want to do it yourself, I'd recommend waiting till you're power 12 and you leveled up all your mantras and you have all the equipment and your sword, everything you could possibly need, and then go do Chaser like, I don't know, 3 or 4 times, maybe just 3 times. You'll probably have your bell at that point. You can do it however you want. You could even do Ferryman, but I prefer Chaser. He gives really good bell prog, probably the best in the game. Also, highly recommend changing the model until you get this version because it is the least obvious and people will not notice you have a bell most of the time. Any other model is usually pretty obvious. Also, dye it black or maybe the color of your shorts, either way. And the last thing I'll just note is you're going to want to get the scaling rings for agility and strength and charisma for even more M1 damage. And as well, I've concluded that Razor Cutlass is the best weapon to use for this build because, first of all, it doesn't look like a high level weapon, but it does high level weapon damage. This thing has bleed on it and starts with a ton of damage already. For me, it's doing 33.3 damage plus 10 bleed, which is not actually accurate. It is more than this, but you know, we're playing Deepwoken. We can't see our stats correctly. And then it starts with 10% chip damage and 25% pen. So that's how this build ends up with 45% penetration. Actually 46 technically, because it is baller. And you're going to want to make sure your Razor Cutlass has damage on on it, not penetration, because your penetration will go beyond 50 really quickly after even just a 1-star. You won't be doing any extra penetration because it caps at 50, unless you have Million Ton Piercer, which we don't have. So go for 6% damage. Right now I only have a 2-star because I don't care that much and I don't really need it, but you're going to want to go for that. But anyways, that's the build. You can check the description for my Discord server and I'll have the build link in there, included with all the talents you're going to need, the mantras you're going to need, the stats you're going to want, and everything. It's all inclusive. Anyways, thanks for all the support on the Voidwalker video. It's hitting records for me. I've never had a video reach whatever it's at, 52,000. It's probably at like 54,000 now or something. I don't know. Depends on when I post this in whatever 2 or 3 days. Actually crazy. I'm blown away. So thanks for that. I've gotten 600-ish new subscribers in a day or two, which is also a record for me. I appreciate it. That's all I'm trying to say. I really appreciate it. So anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.